Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers The Takeoff. As you'll have all known from the very first episode you all saw the other day, we took off from the moon very successfully, I might add, and then promptly crashed. Reasonably successfully, I'd say, as the crash goes. You know, the station still is in one piece. It didn't break in half. Okay, we lost part of a landing pad and a corner of armour over here. But you know, we're still together. We're still in one piece. I know where we went wrong. We didn't have enough canvas. That was his main problem. And I did notice we weren't far off the ice lake we was actually aiming for. That's where we were planning on going. Turn a couple of days off. Still need them on. So, need to do some damage control. Well, get the conveyor system back together because that's a little bit broken where it hit. And today's mission, the main part of it, is to try and level the base. And also then try and get solar farm made bigger, get some wind turbines up and running so we can actually have some power because we are desperately low on power. Let's get started. So, first of all, let's take this hotbar here and just quickly clear it out. Right. So, an idea that I had last night as I was talking with some people is off the back of here. So, we're going to want to put a hinge block down there. Let's grab a welder, Anna. One of them. No, I don't want to drill. Grinder and a couple of hydrogens. So, tools. Welder, grinder. Right. Then I want to put piston. And a landing gear. No, weld, not grind. 5. So the hope here is I'm gonna get out of the pit. Carry beds. And try N. I want to bring that down. Hopefully so it locks. So that should stop the base moving. So I want to turn off all torque on that hinge. I'm making this up as I go along, so you know this. Turn that to 0, braking torque 0, torque 0. No limits on it. No hinge lock. I just want that so it's free floating. So as we jack up the base on one side, that should pivot with it and allow the base to stay, well, not slide further down the hill. So on this side, we are going to put a piston there and a piston there. Right, let's go fix the conveyor system first. Conveyors, conveyors, conveyors. Flat them back down there. So up here we have, because at the minute all the components are on this half of the base and we don't have access to it. So that goes there. Then we want a straight one there. And then it's just a case of weld these things back up. Right. So there we go. The conveyor system is now back in one piece. Weld these pistons up. Now we should be able to get components out of this lad. Yes, we can. Right, so the idea here is we want to create some kind of reasonably flat to the piston platform. So that when we put on our landing gear, it has something half decent to sit on. Because unfortunately pistons won't push when the landing gear locks, which kind of bugs me a bit. But it's something I can work with. I know I put 2 pistons down, but I want to try and do this with just the one at the minute. Reverse it. It'll hit there. That one's ready to lock. What's this landing gear here called? No, no, no. No. Let me in. Right. I know what happened there. I unlocked all the bloody landing gear. So, you know the tether idea? This one. That really bright idea we had. All of a sudden no longer worked. Right, let's just grind this down so it's inoperable, and then we can find it. Let's call that one tether. LGDEATH tether. Landing gear, tether, lock, lock. Keep that one on auto lock. Looks like we're just going to push on the ground. And let's hope for the best. We've not got much left on that piston, so that means we're going to have to double stack on that one or move further under the base to try and jack this thing up. Got a feeling this tether idea ain't working. It's still attached. It just feels like it was drifting a bit. I hate working on the side of a mountain. Piston up. Reversed. That'll then hit and brake the landing gear. Reverse that, turn that right down. Bloody things. Right, let's try this again, shall we? We want that to lock. Then we can unlock that. And everything else can sound all wobbly, wavy, and all the rest of it. And I want to increase that. Landing gear 3. Unlock. What broke? What sounded like it broke? The tether's still happy. That thing's not happy. That's going to get dumped in the grinder pit, I think, before long. Now let's try this again. I think I broke the game. I may have just crashed the server. Connection problems. Yes, I've broken the server. I'll be back in a moment.
A few moments later.
Right, we're back. Server's back up. We just had a small glitch there. So let's carry on doing this. And so as you can see, this is not going particularly well. So, I'll bring you lot back when I've actually figured out how to do this and got it working. So, I'll catch you all in a little bit.
One eternity later.
Right, so, I've got some things working here. So I have managed to successfully lift the base. Unfortunately, it's lifted at the same angle it was already at. So I've got a couple of options. I'm thinking if I can build up round there. Where'd my body go? Jesus Christ, my body's standing off all the way down here. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, because of what's happened, the tether idea's not particularly worked. Is if I either build up round this leg here and hope that it holds with some steel blocks, sort of like this, you know, build a bit of a cocoon effect, so when it slides, it only slides a little bit. So somewhat like that. Then in theory, once I let that landing gear go, it should drop at this side. Because what's I'm doing is the rotor's disconnected, hinge is disconnected. Because this has been still connected to the ground when it did that. So that's my thinking. I don't know how well this is going to go. It could all end in absolute disaster. But I thought I'd bring you guys back for the ride. I do want to make sure all these are welded up. Because if not, chances are it will all break and end in misery. I will deal with whatever we dealt. If we're going to repair the base and the station, if we'll repair the station, it's not end of the world. It just might mean we're going to be here on Earth a lot longer than initially expected. Right. Are we ready for this? Because this could all end in disaster. Like, very quickly. Like that. Now, when I said it could all end in disaster very quickly, I wasn't joking. At the minute, there's naff all I can do because there's no lockable. That's close. Oh no! Chest wheel the tools in has gone. Crap sticks. Right, let's try and save as much of that lot as we can. That's bust. You're okay.
Inventory full.
Right, well, we saved quite a few of the elite tools there. Do have materials to make more, but I'd rather not. So you get them with obliterated a load more pipe work. Lost whatever. That was the connector onto there. That's blown up. Get that tool, load of tools back. So lost an assembler as well. They're okay, so it's not that bad. This thing is still not level. And is now further down the mountain than it was earlier. So you can see how much we've slid. Because this is where the original edge were. So, I don't know what to do here. My brain just isn't quite working properly. No, this thing is taking a beat, an absolute battering. So what I'm thinking is, we get stuff to make some steel blocks. More bloody tools. Gonna be bits everywhere. Drop these down. And you never know, it might rock down onto that landing gear there and lock. Or not. Right, so it's wedged now. Well, successfully withdrawn. Right, we're locked down. So it's official, we are stuck here. Plan B. We need to get these batteries charged up because they are dead. So what we need is wind turbines. That's why I wanted to get the landing gear locked. So if we can get some wind turbines going, get them batteries charged up, and then build some atmospheric thrusters on this thing, we might be in with a chance. So let's get some wind turbines. Wind turbines. So build my favourite kind of wind turbine tower. I can fit 5 on there without them interfering with each other, which is the best thing ever. So now we've got a bit of wind power on the go. Because again, wind still not using reactors on this base. So if I go have a look at the batteries now. I just want them to recharge. That's going to take like 4 days. Which I don't like the sound of, so let's build some more wind turbines. So what I'm thinking of doing is I might change up my design a little bit. Do that. Make this double stack. Or do we go triple here? Yeah, let's go triple here and then we'll just go single stack at the other side. Recharged in 5 hours. There we go. That's more like it. Right, so how are we doing on stuff? How much have we lost with all the breakages and all the rest of it? Right, so ingots were doing pretty good on ores. Yeah, we knew that. Components, there's only mortars that we're a bit low on at the minute, so we should be producing more of them in a minute. We've got nickel, we've got iron. Yeah. We are pretty good. Green, well, red. That means some other stuff's just kicked in, like the assemblers. Because everything should be getting dumped into the batteries. So yeah, while they're doing that, atmospheric thrusters. Need steel plates. There should be enough heft in the half a hydrogen pack that I have there to do what I want. To do the rest. Sometimes that just doesn't want to work, does it? This is definitely easier than trying to do it by hand. Relatively. Conveyors. Let's go for 6. We'll do it. Mortars. Yes, yes. I had a feeling we'd run out of those eventually. Production. Not enough power. There we go. Hopefully that's now going to give us enough power to get down. To finish off welding them up. Well, so we can start producing the rest of the things to weld them up. They are done. I thought I turned them off. I did. Not before it finished them. Cool. 1,100 each. Definitely don't want to be glad I didn't do them by hand. Right, so I'm hoping that hydrogen thrusters over there will have enough in them to do what I need them to do. We are gonna have to just put a couple of small ones down here though. So we don't have any thrust aiming in this particular direction. There we go, that'll help with this direction. We've got that direction on this side. We now just need the power to do this. So I'm going to shut all the assemblers down. All the batteries are going to go to recharge. So in 4 hours they shall be recharged. So I will see all you guys once they are recharged.